Well, hey guys, Carl here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing, as the title says, Roblox episode 11. I know it's been a while, but okay.
Wheels down here.
We're on the Drive the Cars map.
It'll make that sound that your parents will love. That sound would certainly imply that it winds up, but it doesn't. Not that I can tell anyway. On the front two wheels, well, these actually do pull down. Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. Sorry. I'm sure there's some pieces that you'd enjoy sticking on the front here. So, I kind of want these on my car. That would be fun, right? I'm sure there are plenty of good, ridiculous things you can make with that. Then you can take Legendary Megazord.
Let me make sure my sound's on really quick.
Also, when the key is not in the car, even if you press down, it's not going to do that. You have to have the key in order to get that sound out of it. This, you just kind of snap like that. They come off like that. This piece becomes two pieces. On the back, you've got the hand. On the piece. Thingies that you can push in to pull out. See how those just pull together.
They're back.
And
Oh crap, I'm stuck. You know what happens when we get stuck? We hit reset. And I died. Can I? Yeah.
And we take the bends, and again, you can get it. It's right in the hole. That both sides. That is head, and that's just something down here. Here's the helmet. You want the black tab up, and that actually just kind of sits.
I have to open let's open the screen.
All right, now let's combine the rest of the swords. Take them apart again. Legendary Megazord, use his arms and legs. We need his sword. There, grips, his arms.
Just put that down. I guess
Legendary Megazord, grips, arms, big giant hand. Put the black tab back down. Sword here. And
you can't drive that thing up. There. Now you can drive. I'm sorry, I cannot do the sound.
First, look at this in more detail, the Japanese version.
I give up. He's really great, but I do not see my face. Give me something else to give you guys. This one. This one's loading.
This, I think it's just the coolest thing ever. These are the engine souls, or engine cells, depending on what series you watched, that came with the Go Onter toys. Same ones. So you could take one of these and put it in there. That goes for any of these. Engine souls are from Go Onter or from RPM. They're called engine cells. Go Onter, Shinkanger, Go Savior, Go Kaiser. So it was already a couple of years ago. I think that's really cool that they gave us new old toys for a current season. And then to get the sounds, it's here.
Cool. Booby string, yes. Perfect.
Then you can take Go Kaio, take the place off. So you get the idea. He has lights and sound through the soul.
The hell did you do, Bevo? This was my dream.
And they will fit into any of your Go Onter toys if you have any Go Onter toys. No, these are not compatible with RPM. RPM just gave us these little plastic thingies that just sort of rattle around in here. It's better than not getting anything at all, but they don't do anything. They're just plastic with a sticker. That's it. I would have thought it was really, really cool if they did do that with these and these pulled out and put the thing in, but I did not expect it, and it's not really the biggest deal. It would have been just cool because, you know, I like the idea of old toys coming back for a new season. You're really not missing much. Your these at least have lights and sound. This really serves no purpose. It transforms pretty much exactly the same as the American version, even though the American version manages to have another Megazord mode. So that, I think, is really cool for the American version. No matter what, it needs more paint and stickers. But other than that, I think they did a really good job with this. Bandai America. Turbo Falcon Megazord. Same deal. These go on the feet. Out his cannon. Really, we just need the Red Ranger without his hat. He gets the arms. I mean, it's exactly the same. They really didn't lose anything for transformation. Big giant hand. Lift these flaps up. The American one can do this too, but you don't see anything. There's no color at all. It's right here. It can do it, but you wouldn't know if they were up or not. So it seems like there's a lot of confusion and speculation in the comments based on his name, Turbo Falcon. I'm not really sure why people are confused. We all know that it's the Go Onter power in Go Kaiser, and it's going to be the RPM power in Power Rangers. But maybe they're trying to represent Turbo a little bit more in the toy line. I think Jess had mentioned the high stance mode in Turbo. You guys remember the Rescue Megazord, right? There's a couple Zords from that. So before it went to Megazord mode, each one of these guys, all five, yeah, these are kind of fun, right? These were the high stance mode Rescue Zords. They each became kind of like their own.
Oh, you have not seen anything. I'm so
form
sorry.
before they then formed the Rescue Megazord. So that's kind of the same deal here. He's a car, and he's got high stance mode, and then he has a Megazord mode when he combines with other Zords. So that's very Power Rangers Turbo-ish. But also when he's in car mode, he has the face, just like the Go Onter or the RPM Zord. So that is an RPM Zord. Oh, for those of you that didn't get my intro, this is actually the child of red and yellow Zords in Japan, in Go Kaiser. Apparently, the engines can bear children in Go Onter. Tommy had a red Zord in Power Rangers Turbo, and he also had a Falcon Zord. So maybe the Turbo Falcon is to subconsciously make all the Tommy fans buy this. Could be it. That was a joke. But just so you can get an idea, these are pretty much, they're like exactly the same size, really. I think it's really too bad that you can't get these anymore. And it's also too bad that they weren't Zord Builder yet. They're very loose. They just have these little teeny things that plug in. It's like Zord Builder, but they never use these ports again. And this is like, I don't know, it's like one step above knockoff quality, but at the same time, I really like these. he is Zord Builder, so he is compatible with all of the Zords going back to Power Rangers 2010. That includes Legacy Dragon Zord, Legacy Megazord, Samurai, Megaforce, Super Megaforce, of course. So here is yet another addition to the kind of long and growing line of Zord Builder toys. So especially for kids, this is really great. Overall, I think they did a good job on it. It's a pretty good alternative to this big giant thing. I love this, I do, but it is a big giant thing. Wait, before I go, let's try to build this with this. It'd be kind of funny, right? All right, so hand would sit here, come over here. Well, this piece can't separate, but that would be the arms. Kind of go up here, something like that. I think it's really cool that they did that. You know, it's not another case where it's smaller than Japan and does less things than Japan. It's different, and it is smaller, but it actually does entirely different. And I think it would have been cool if the Japanese version could have done that. Oh, can anybody explain the silver morpher craze to me? You guys cannot believe the volume of requests and comments and demands I'm getting for the silver morpher. I've never seen anything like it. We've been around for a number of years now on this channel. There's nothing that comes anywhere close to this. Not the Dragon Dagger, not anything from Comic-Con, not Razor Keys, not Megazord, Power Morpher, Dragon Zord, nothing. Yes, I know it's out. It was on Amazon. It wasn't fast enough. I did get the Silver Spear. That's coming. It'll be here a couple days. All right. Thanks you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'll be back soon with many, many, many more videos. All the stuff you want to see, it's all coming. I promise. All right. Good night.
Let's see if I can get this one to work. It's the Ben 10, but it's the roller coaster. Who's seen Civil War? Say in the comments who your team was. Don't say who won, because I already know, but who's on your team. Yeah, unlike I did last time, I want to make sure you guys can see my screen. Sorry for that. Let's run over here. I don't know if you can hear what I'm watching in the background, but really good. Where did it go? Where did the roller coaster thing go? Oh, that's how you get it on. I'm gonna try roller coasters. I'm interested to see what they got for roller coasters. So,
Hey guys, I finally found Ninja Zord, as they're calling it, also known as Mini Zord. If you guys watched Ninja Storm, you might remember Mini Zord. That's who he's based on. So they're almost the same size.
I'm playing a
cool box art, and it comes with 2 Ranger keys instead of one of those barely painted Rangers. It says Ninja Storm in space, and it shows space and Ninja Storm. I guess somebody was confused when they did the packaging. They did 2 keys, and it would have been really awesome to have had Silver Space and Green Samurai from Ninja Storm. But instead, we get 2 more Red Rangers. Space, Ninja Storm. And then speaking of Ninja Storm, now it could be like the Green Ranger's Zord from Ninja Storm. You put the key in, and that makes his propeller thingy go. That reminds me of something you might see in a cartoon, right? They did change this quite a bit from Japan, and they did kind of some interesting things, actually. So here we have Mini Zord, like you saw on Ninja Storm or Super Mega Force. Now you can take off this thing, which can go either way, by the way. This isn't really official, but you can. But whichever way you like. If you'd rather you're displaying him, you probably want to see the gold, just a little more color. Take that off. You can stand on it, which she kind of does on the show. This will like be spinning and he'll come flying in. On the back, there's this thing. Pulls off. This side is space, this side is Ninja Storm. It just plugs in. Take these things, move them up like that, push this thingy down. Then you put the chest piece on. This splits in half, and this plugs into his back. This represents the Mega Winger from Power Rangers in Space. This is exclusive to the American version. The Japanese version doesn't have any space form. So this is, I think, pretty cool. All right, I put him back in Mini Zord mode. Now we'll transform him. Take his thingy off, separate, just lift up. There's his upper body. We have these pieces, take them off. Legs, just come off like that. Take his body, turn it around. It's on like that. We take his chest piece, turn it around to the Ninja Storm side. That snaps into the front like that.
Let's see if I can run away.
It's inside. Take his leg.
Never mind.
Have
I'm resetting my
door
character.
on the other side. Those plug in. For Ninja Storm, these come up. Take off the helmet. And then that fits on there. And there you have Ninja Storm Megazord. Legendary something. This also can come off. Take the Zord Builder port. And then he can actually hold that. And now for in space, lift his helmet up and come back. What I'm doing here, they fold up like that. And there's his Mega Winger helmet. Chest comes out, just flip it around, and goes right back to where it was, but on the other side. You've got a Zord Builder ports in the back, and those just plug in. Like and then you've got the Mega Winger Megazord. Legendary in space Mega Winger Megazord.
I don't know if I'm going.
It's also compatible with Q-Rex. These come down. If you don't already have them down here, I like them up higher. They're like sort of different sizes, so you might have to pull this one up, make it a little longer. So they're kind of more even. And there you have that. And then he can sit on the Megazord shoulder, which he does on the show. Lift up the Zord Builder port.
Okay, this one's fourth.
And there, that. That'll stay there now. Stand on that. This makes him a little too heavy to stand on the Megazord, so we have to take his. And then
Let's try
you
this.
guys to experiment with all the different Zord Builder things you can do with him. It's actually kind of fun. That reminds me of Samurai Megazord, right? It's a disc that we didn't get in the US. Oh, thanks to Trevor on Facebook. I don't think I knew this about Q-Rex. Did you guys know this drill comes off? And there's a Zord Builder port under there? I don't think I knew that. If I did, I forgot. So then you can take this, and then you can have like a shield. Oh, hey, look at that. You can take your key, you can make a shield spin. And then anything you put on here will spin. There's, of course, a pretty big difference between the Japanese and American version. Here are the Megazords. There are things I like about both of them. Of course, I love the Japanese version because everything just comes out.
We're going to do the Dino Thunder one. Oh, here it is. Found it. Okay, open. It's going to open.
Even though Japanese version doesn't always work the way it should, it's very hard to get all the flaps to open at once and stay open. I still really like that. I wish they could have designed it better. And I love how all the stuff sticks out of them. This area feels very hollow. This kind of doesn't. His head might be a little bit better, but of course, paint job. It's got nice metallic paint on the Japanese version. You don't get all these great spiky things on the American version to stick out of him. You can still do this thing. This doesn't spin. This one you can. But it's easier for him to stand on his, what do you call this thing? This thing, the American version. The Zord. Even the Megazord can kind of stand on it. It's so big. So that's kind of a nice improvement on the American version. They're pretty different, so whichever one you prefer, or both. All right, let's see how I do on my first try. Get it? No. Like this didn't come up. Oh, wow, that didn't do too well at all. And you just manually take that, push it in. And then to do this again, it takes forever to put all the things back in. Gotta fold them all back in, and they never want to go. Come on. Yeah. Oh.
Blew me up. Actually, I wanted to do it. Let's go take out that thing.
All these things back
Those
in.
cards don't work. You said them.
And
Much.
just like that.
Try that.
And then this. All these things in.
Yeah, that doesn't do it much. I probably use it on a lot. I like it anyway.
You can imagine how many tries it's taken me to just get a couple of good takes. I still love it. It's still really cool. But, you know, Japan isn't always perfect. There are actually buttons on Gokaido that will release all these things. It's kind of cool. No question, he looks quite a bit nicer paint, nicer plastic, and shiny when we got the stickers.
I'm gonna fall down here. See.
If you look at the back of the box, it shows that the prototype even had paint on the legs. They really didn't paint him much at all. That's the shoulder things, and these come out.
Okay. Yes, it should work. Nope, I didn't work. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's
Slides along on this thing. And he's got big giant version. So they're two entirely different things. It's totally not the same. Both are cool in different ways. I think it's really cool that he has it in space mode. I believe this concludes the Super Mega Force toy line for Zord Builder 2014. It's crazy how the time flies. We're already at the end of September. At the end of November, we can probably expect to start seeing some Dinosaur stuff. Probably Black Friday or maybe early December. Usually when Toys R Us gets a small shipment of next year's stuff in. Oh, I wanted to do another costume video, but let me at least put the info here if I don't get to it soon. September 26th, the Toys R Us promo code ends. So we just saved 30% on another suit. We got the Blue Ranger and Pink Ranger just came in the mail. So now we have silver, blue, and pink. And you got me another costume. Now she's blue. You have your sword, your sword. Once again, this costume is intended for kids, for people that are older who are like wanting this as like a cosplay thing. It's going to be very tight.
Yeah, that's probably going to fit anyone bigger than me.
And she's, I mean, Mia looks good in it because she's a girl, so it becomes like, you know, a nice looking costume. For adults, I would not recommend this. If you could even fit. I can get this up to about my knees, and that's it. They have certainly done some better masks for Halloween in the past. The costume itself, I think, looks pretty good. We've got the Pink Ranger costume finally. This was ToysRUs.com. This actually has a skirt. The material is actually kind of shiny. Pretty. The gloves are sold separately. We got these at Walmart. How do you like the new mask?
Simple.
What do you think of this costume? In relation to the others?
This one was actually
Really? Wow. Huh. It's only the Toys R Us suits that come with the Ranger. If you go to Walmart or Kmart or Target, you're not going to get the suit. And for the Pink Ranger suit, I think you have to get it on Toys R Us online. ToysRUs.com, link in the description, promo code in the description. It saved us $9 on the Blue Ranger suit, so it's a pretty good deal. All right, I think that's it for this video. So I'll be back soon with more good videos. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys for watching, and good night.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
From the very beginning, you're the one your baby trusts most. So wrap them in the only diaper trusted to be the #1 choice of hospitals. Pampered Swaddlers. With blanket-like softness and up to 12 hours of protection. Pampers will help you comfort, care for, and protect them. Wishing you love, sleep, and play. Pampers.
Hey guys, here's the Wild Force Red Lion from Super Mega Force. I love the box. What do you guys think? Isn't it fantastic?
Right. Mr. Bounce here, we're going up the building. Inside. That great very strong. In here? Oh, okay. Oh, bomb. above my head again. Hi. Blowing up things, it's fun. Final buckler. Keep cookie. Whoa. Could make both my own business. Yeah.
Like Wild Horse Ranger. Or Samurai.
Yaga bowl.
Wild Horse. No. No. Alright. I guess this is really Samurai.
Get no bowl by picture.
Right? Evidently, his feet come off. I found a fire smasher. So we have our lion. In the box display, you see red lion, and then once you open the box, there's some pieces in the bag, which is this thingy, and that fits on here. This, which goes back here onto the helmet, and then it comes with these two missiles that are in your key. Feed him a missile, key, and fire. So now he's fully assembled in red lion mode. We can take this piece off, and then stick it into this area here, his head. Kind of cool looking. Then this piece of his tail, I guess you could call it, comes off. It snaps into his head. And then I think that's about it for red lion mode. He's got wheels on all 4 feet. They're not great, but kind of roll. Next we need the Megazord. Take his legs off. He's got 2 holes. He's got 2 pegs. They just go in like that. Now he can ride the lion. Now let's take it apart. When you take the helmet off, that takes the legs with it. Actually combined to the helmet. Some of you may recognize the helmet from Power Ranger Samurai. In addition to Wild Horse, this line also represents Samurai. When he comes off, take his legs off. Now you kind of have like a fish, right? Reminds me of like a fish skeleton that cartoon characters would take out of a garbage can. Right? Yeah, catfish. Now you have the giant fire smasher, which again does come apart. It's a pretty cool weapon, right? Now you put the legs back on. Pull his arm pegs down. Yellow.
Oh, that over there.
It's probably supposed to be like that. But that does make it harder for the thingies to snap in. Take off his helmet.
I'm gonna block myself in.
Take your key. Okay. Insert your lion head and shove it in there. Then you can take a missile. Same deal as last video. The key has to be in this position or not in at all. Otherwise it won't work. For now. And then you can give him weapons. Now you can hold the fire smasher. That's pretty cool, right? Look at that. And then you can take this, and the swords will fit in here. You can also turn around. You can put it in however you want to do it. Since this is Zord Builder, you can take your Samurai Megazord, line, and combine it. I like that. So no, this is not the same as the Japanese version. Later on, I will do some comparison videos. Which one is better? They're different. There are things I like about both of them, which is why I collect both. And not all of these will fit. This one doesn't fit. And you could have them like this, just no body. Take your sword, snap them together. the legs back on. And I'm not sure why his feet come off, but they did. I believe he was $24.99 at Toys R Us, and they are having a sale now. The link below. I believe it's 15% off your order. I have not seen him at Target or Walmart yet. I've only seen him at one Toys R Us, and that's in Buena Park, California. Oh, I forgot to put this thingy in his mouth earlier. He can't shoot it, but he can hold it. I figured someone's going to ask me about that. All right. I think that's all I wanted to say about Red Lion. So please remember to subscribe, like, share the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back with more videos soon.
I'm making a mess, aren't I? Can I get out of here? Oh, peace. There's one.
Forget the saggy diaper cowboy walk.
Get rid of it.
It's time to dance freely.
No, that's not the thing you're supposed to blow up.
The first and only diaper that helps distribute wetness evenly into 3 extra absorb channels, so it doesn't sag and stays drier.
Oh, God, scare me.
Tickle it in Pampers Cruisers. Wishing you love, sleep, and play, Pampers.
Finally.
Hey guys, Mystic Dragon Sword. Devin was nice enough to send from Power Rangers Super Mega Force. Another box with really cool box art. And even up here, there's got a bunch of Red Ranger helmets.
Not blows anything yet. Okay, so I'm not going to my head yet, though. Oh, that thing you can't lose. That thing was staying in its explosion. Okay, I may restart this. Okay, let me restart this. Where to go? There it is. So we're gonna restart the game. So now it actually looks better. So when 6 o'clock happens, which is supposed to go up at 7. This thing's gonna be 45 minutes long, guys. So better be happy to be 45 minutes long. And you'll see it look to reset it. Yes. I just tried this guy.
Comes with the red Mystic Force Ranger feet, and it also comes with a Green Ranger figure, which is not posable. There's not much paint on these, so I added a little bit. This is what he normally looks like. The dragon comes in a bunch of pieces, so you kind of put them together. It's easy to do. You've got this piece, and you can tuck his head in like that, and then he folds up.
I like to call
Wings.
this Power
The
Ranger.
wings will snap in place like that. So once you've done that, you know which way it goes. You just plug in like that,
Let me get out of the truck.
and you do the same on the other side.
Kind of looks
Next
a
to the
bit.
feet or the tail, and you just line these up,
Oh,
get it right in. Same thing on the other side. Snap that together. Now you have the dragon.
Good.
His arms can move like that.
I
And
wanted
his
this
horns
thing
or
to
antenna or whatever you want to call these also move. Tuck his head in like that, and then it goes like that.
There you go.
Before I
Yeah.
Just
Just make sure
you
you
can
guys
take
are
your feet and put it in his back like that.
No, not one
And it pops up
Not
like
the
that.
wheel.
And then you can continue to do that to make his wings kind of flap like that.
Wait, where was the hole? Oh, here it is. I had to go on it.
Also, the figure has little holes in his feet, and there are 2 little pegs here. And you can line the holes up with the pegs, whichever way you want. You ride the dragon, you can even go upside down. He's got like, different shoes or something. Got some done. Make us over time. Take your teeth. Don't drop it. Open his plastic thing, and then disassemble the dragon. Take his wings off. Or his feet instead, I guess. His wings. Come on. So you end up with 5 pieces. Once again, do that. And then with the neck facing forward, stick them in there. If you want to stick them in, it's got to be like
Oh my
that.
god, one more game.
Otherwise, it can go in the cut. So we'll just keep doing that. Turn the key, and it locks. And then these just plug in. On the Megazord, you'll find pegs up here that have to fold down. Again, take your wings, snap it in place like that. That tells you where to put it. And the same thing on the other side. When I got this, I actually expected it not to do anything. I just thought you'd be able to plug them in, and then it was just sword builder, so that was the thing. You get to put different pieces in different places. But I was very happy to see that at least one flap still opens and does something. I actually did not expect that. I actually did this review once before, and then ended up not posting it because I had these in the wrong place for the entire thing. So I thought that was worth mentioning. There are tags here as well, and the back of the box actually shows the Megazord this way. The instructions show you to do it the way that I showed you this time. I was trying to decide which one I thought was right, and since this kind of represents the Japanese version and the show version more, I did it this way. And I think I'm going to go with the instructions instead, and then you can move his arms up and down, they don't snap off. Dang, that's not easy. Okay, take the key. Mystic Force. What else do you say? Communicator beep, and then Power Morphicon. On one hand, I think it's really fun to find all the sounds that we don't know it's going to make just yet. But on the other, I think it would have been really cool to find out, like at Power Morphicon, having had this for all those months already without knowing, and all of a sudden you get this exclusive key, which I actually don't know what it's going to be yet, and then you turn it and it actually says Power Morphicon. And a red Mystic Force Ranger key. At the moment, these are.
How does animation work? You need a team.
What the hell? Whoa, I don't know if I love it. I can dance in here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna pick a Coca-Cola if I get one. Because I don't get one. Right. No. But they give me. They give me things to destroy things with. Watch this. And destroy blocks and make this more fun. Is that fun for anyone?
Hey guys, I'm back with the Delta Runner and the Z Eraser from Super Mega Force. You may remember this from Power Rangers XPD, which is the Red Ranger's main Zord. Comes with another not really painted Blue Ranger figure, and this. The Z Eraser is
I
pretty
just
much
walked
the same
off,
body as this one. So, I know it doesn't. So I might as well do these at the same time. It's kind of funny, right? It's like a car with fists. You don't like the person that's driving in front of you. Try honking. Beep beep. Shut up. Hey, let's go. Right, you get out. And then you start constructing your car. And then you have a sword too. You have like a good road rage fight. These come apart real easily. That piece. So you're left with 5 pieces. This is flat on the back. It's kind of.
If they click the button.
It doesn't really snap in or anything unless I'm doing it wrong. It does say. I would find it a little more satisfying to click into something, but just like that. Unlike with the Dragon, unfortunately this does not close. So this one does not pop open. These things snap on. Pull down his little knobbies, and then he's got that. These can also detach, and there's little handles in here that you can pull out. Right, and now he's like, all right, give me your turtle sword now. Let's go. He thanked it. Back away. Keep going. You can have your arm back. Okay, I'll try to behave. So since these are pretty much the same, guns. Back away. Guns. Right, and now he's like, all right, give me your turtle sword now. Let's go. You think? Back away. Keep going. You can have your arm back. Okay, I'll try to behave. So since these are pretty much the same mold, you can mix and match them within car.
I'm gonna throw balls.
So I'll take SPD, and you can put Zeo Fit. You get what I'm doing.
Oh, did I mess this up? Oh, I
Kinda
think I
fun, right?
messed this up. I need to leave
And
the
then
game.
on the box, they show you different modes. Like, so instead of putting this on like that, you can put it on backwards. You can do that. So now it's like this kind of reminds me of something you'd see in a Kiba Ranger, one of their blaster things, right? You take a minute. On it too. Yeah, I think the box could be about that big. Uh-oh. That's better. Hey.
Virgo.
I returned my first morpher, and I went through about 10 more before I found this one, which seems to be working just fine. I think I'll still say the right season. More nice box art. Let's make a thing before I go to bed. All right. He's got his chest open, he looks hungry. On the lion head.
Okay, we're gonna leave. So I'll see you guys next time. Oh, my viewer. I found who my viewer is. Oh, I can't tell who it is. I know there's one way. Never mind. He left. Goodbye.